Welcome back to Sunday League. We're back in the fortress, we're back in the sheds. We're playing Penrith FC today. I'll include the clips, but essentially I got all the positions, put them on a board, and in order of time of arrival, you got to pick your position. Welcome back to Sunday League. Today is first in, best dressed for position. So, in order of arrival, you will get to pick your position. I told the boys to get here at 10 a.m. I was first here at 9:50, and I'll play left back today.
Joe, got here at 10:05. I'm playing right wing.
Lovely, Joe! Lovely, Joe! Turf, you're actually in the midfield. How do you feel? Camera dude.
You didn't realise I'm there as well, mate.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah?
Playing centre back. Last time I played centre back, I was drunk.
How do you feel about last week's result?
We lost last week, so not good.
I think when we play serious, we struggle a bit more. Would you agree?
Yes.
So I think we're just going to go back to basics, chuck me at left back, chuck Ned in DA. We actually had a great stint there against Cranebrook. And we're just going to get back to basics here at Sporting Club Helos and just relax and play our football. Don't say I don't work hard. I've just had to export the Glenmore episode. It's meant to go out in 7.5 hours, and the game kicks off in 15 minutes. We also don't have a referee, so it's very incredible stuff that's happening here today. All right, we don't have a ref. Come on, we don't. How do you feel about that, bud?
Not good.
But look how much better that is. It's so small. It's so much better.
You cut it in half.
Yeah.
Why don't you just get the can I the other half?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's tight. The majestic chickens. 5-pull hamstrings. Here we are. Oh! Oh!
Oh! Set piece outside the box. GoPro in goal.
How do you feel?
Any tips for me?
No,
I've played this before. Look, I'm a bit nervous, but you know what?
I just played goalkeeper, got fat, dropped for being fat.
Surely there's a better goalkeeper than me right now, but you know what? We've got a strong bench, so hopefully we get the changes happening quick and we can get the boys on there.
Yeah, love it. Final words before today's game. I think we should enjoy it. We recently beat them 6-0, but don't let that get too far in our heads, you know? They can easily just turn it around. I remember fondly last year, Tigers beat Cowboys 66-0. 4 weeks later, Cowboys won 74-0. These things happen, okay? Wow. Yeah, it can't be forgotten then.
No, not a figure like that.
So enjoy your new positions today. Feel free to just move and shake around. We're not gonna do what we did against Cranebrook. We started really well with those new positions, and then we went out the window with it. And then we didn't really have anything going after that. So I feel like we should stay with these positions for a bit and see how we feel. Okay, Mitch, you're on the bench. It's a very strong bench. It's probably the strongest bench we've ever seen. Cut to Leany quickly for a word or two for his defence.
Just don't let it get to the back. Just keep it all up the front, and then just do us a favour and don't let it get to the goals.
And Jim, final word.
Boys, fire up,
Jim, what are we saying on 3? Jim, what are we saying on 3?
We're saying weak bench.
All right. No, we're not. Mitch is there.
Wow. Strong bench, strong bench. 3, 2, 1. Strong bench!
Hi everyone. Here's Jacopo Di Vignoria. I missed him so much. He's on the sideline today.
Yeah, captain coach.
Yeah.
I don't know what the boys are doing today, but I see a centre back that's not a centre back, and I see a goalie that's not a goalie, so we're going to see some good footy today.
Thank you, Jacobo. Now, if I can take you back to the last time we played this opponent, we won 6-0 against Penrith FC merely a matter of episodes ago in a catch-up game on a Thursday night where Jimmy Jam was once again the star of the show. Enough with that. They beat Cranebrook 4-2 last week. We lost 4-1 to Glenmore Park. We currently sit 5th. They currently sit second bottom. On the bench today, we have Mitch. And then in the lineup, we have one of the strongest backlines of all time. Leany, Jester, Corn, buys myself. Ned Turbo in the middle with Jimmy Jam in front. Then Vuj, Kumpf and Joe K up front. May I add, the only two that are in their natural positions are the right back and the striker. Everyone else is playing completely out of position. And you're about to miss it, but Ben Corner's just hit a 40-yard screamer. It does go over the back fence, but that's not the point. He still had the confidence to do that within 30 seconds. And Ben Corn's on one. He wants all the smoke today. He's looking for through balls, and he's going to find one over to Vujinho, the Croatian-Brazilian. And Vujinho gets taken out, unfortunately. Without further ado, it's an early time for it. Boom, cha, cha, boom, cha, cha. Ben Corn's on smoke today, whether you like it or not, and he's got a bit of Nat Phillips for you later, but we'll get to it. Now, Virginia, he's had a lot to do on the left wing already, and he's going to have more to do. 10 yards out, less than. And unfortunately for Virginia, he does fire it over the back fence. Not only the crossbar, but the back fence too, as you'll see here. Wow, well done to Vuj. There's probably a front window broken in the houses behind the field there, but yeah, nonetheless, we'll just call O'Brien. Oh, O'Brien. I get distracted easily. Now, Vuj finds Ned. Ned finds Vuj. Great duo we've got up the front there today. Vuj is going to come back. He's going to find Ned. No, it's me. Welcome. I'm going to get this onto my left foot, see what I can do. Going to give it to Kumquat up front, our favourite fruit. And Kumquat's going to take a dive. Yeah, get up, Kumquat. That's outrageous. Look at this for a dive, Comfort. And when the hands go up, you know it's a dive. Come on, Comf. You know better than that. Leaning in goal today. He was bricking it. And Comfort, they call a foul on him there. You know, they call a foul on Comfort there. I think Comfort fouled them, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, I waddle over to the free kick position. I think, I've got to get this on target. And it's reiterated to me by Jimmy Jam. Now, please pay close attention to Jim. He's got eyes for the goal. Haven't even taken a shot. He's going to rush the keeper here, anticipating a spill. And Jim! He's missed it. Unfortunately for Jim, that one competitive goal awaits. And welcome to the Fortress, James Esthusen out at right back. It's a shit surface. We know that. It's not the nicest of carpets. Let's call carpet call and get a new pitch delivered. Now, here's me at the back getting away with it because the bloke handballed it. But before we go any further, let's check on what Tom Leaney's doing in goals. Well done, Tom Leaney, but don't get too confident because you're going to have a job to do, and it might be right now. They're going to break down the right-hand side, and they're going to get a great ball into the box. But did I mention Ben Corn's a Liverpool fan? There's a Nate Phillips impression for you. Yeah, it's a bit bigger than the San Siro. He's doing it at the Fortress. It's not for the faint of heart. It takes a real man to be able to do a Cruyff turn, or a turn inside, if you will, at the Fortress. Look at that. Just knowing there's a bobble getting about. The confidence on a man. To do that out of centre-back in your own 6-yard box. Boom, cha, cha, boom, cha. That's a total of 2 boom chas for Ben Corn, and that could be a singular record in one game by a Redback. And there's James Esthusen letting his former team know. Welcome to the Fortress. Welcome to the Fortress, Penrith FC. Yes, you heard me right. James Esthusen is a former Penrith FC player, and he's going to send this one long. You know why? Because he knows Kumquat likes to get on the end of it. And what a touch that is. But there's 2 Falcons on the field. One for Blaxland and one for Penrith. And he's in goals today, saving that one with his forehead. Incredible heading ability. Tim Cahill would be so proud of that. Look at this clearance, though. Christ almighty, that's a 40-20. How about that State of Origin the other night? God, we were shit. And yeah, Comfort, unlucky to him. It's an incredible touch, and it's an even better save. Shout out to the goalkeeper. Now, Jimmy Jam's going to get his chance. He had a massive chance against Penrith the first time round at the back post. Mitchell Drew's going to find him. Look at this. Go, Jim! Oh, and he does so incredibly well to get his foot around this one. It's a bouncing ball. It's spinning. It's coming fast. I don't blame him at all. And I think it's incredible he gets his foot to it, to be honest. And if that ends up in the back of the net, I'd probably spear tackle him out of pure excitement, not to hurt him, just to, I don't know what to do when I get excited sometimes. Now, failed clearance from me, and Tom Leaney's going to get caught into action. It's a half volley. Look at that. Bottom corner, Tom Leaney. I know the post is blocking it, but lucky we've got the gig.
Come on! Good start.
Not to offend goalkeeper Ollie, I'd never want to do that, but that could be the singular greatest save at St. John's with all context given. Now, Ben Corn's going to lose the ball here, but he's going to get it back. But before he gets it back, he's going to get the man, and he actually never got the ball back. Penrith FC have a free kick. Tom Leaney under a bit of pressure. It's nothing for him. And he plays Oztag for Australia. Yeah, that's a fun fact. He's going to send it long. There's no kicking in Oztag, so that has nothing to do with anything. But he's going to find Comfort. The ball's just going to keep bouncing. Welcome to the Fortress, and it's going to stay bouncing. But Comfort does ever so well to just send this one over the defender and almost to the back post. That would have been a goal reminiscent of Matt Letitia. Yeah, streets won't forget. Now, Jimmy Jam, he's going to get kicked in the head. He got kicked in the head against Penrith the first time. It's going to happen again. History repeats itself, or so they say. Now, we've got a free kick here, and you know what? We call this the pinball, and you'll see why in a second. They're going to clear it, or fail to clear their lines, if you will. Ned's going to get his noggin on it. They're going to send it up in the air. Now, that's number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Bingo! go. Comfort's on the end of it. It's a goal. It only took 8. Send that to you, mate. Welcome to St. John's. Incredible goal, Comfort. Well done to Mitchell Drew as well for just never giving in. We call that the pinball goal. Seriously, we call that the pinball goal. I've never seen anything like it. I've seen a few things at St. John's, trust me. But there's 1, 2. Let's count together. 3. Now, Ned, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Comfort in behind. In the midst of the night. Oh my gosh, you cannot get caught lacking at the back at St. John's because there's a kumquat just waiting in behind. That's going to take us into half time. 1-0 up we go. Now for context on the following clips, Tom Leaney's hopping out of goal, so it's between Byes and Mitch.
Okay, scissors, paper, rock.
Scissors, paper, rock.
So is everyone having a good day? Or?
You know, the other day, there was lazy, SC Helos, Suarez with a...
Alright, everyone happy in their position? Yeah.
Our Star Wars jackets. Static.
Into the second half we go, and we're still playing with the random positions, but first of all, massive shout out to our comments from last week. These are 3 of my favorites, and feel free to get in the comments this week with challenge suggestions, post-season friendlies, legit anything. Comments on YouTube are the best way to reach me by far. Now, we have a free kick, and there's something I want you to notice. Not for this episode, but next episode. Ned Pearson-Burke in the box off a set piece. He's going to miss today. It's going to, fall straight to the keeper. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a bit of foreshadowing, I believe. I don't know. I failed my HSC. But I believe they call that foreshadowing. Now we continue. Turbo playing DM, and he's getting comfortable. I actually asked to swap, and he said, no, I haven't learnt the position yet. I'm not a master of my trade. But I know, you know who is? Joe Kay in the winger position. 1 nutmeg, a bit of a ball roll. Who's at the near post? No one. Now, Joe Kay is truly a master of the winger trade. Here's video evidence. He's around 30 yards from his own goal line. There's a header to Vuj. He air swings it, but he gets a little bit of connection, enough to get to Joe Kay. He's looking for options. He goes, I'm my only option in this life. I can only save myself. When I save myself, I can save everyone else. So Joe says, I'm going to save myself. I'm going to beat 3 defenders like it's nothing. Welcome to Millthorpe Tigers. He's going to get it in behind the Comfort, and it's the greatest assist of the season. Thank gosh the goalkeeper was already on the floor. Otherwise, I don't think that's going in, and it's not getting the assist of the season. But the goalkeeper was on the floor. I'm not sure why. Apparently it was quite warm out there on the day. But Joe Kay picking up the ball from 30 yards off his own goal line and just going down the wing. Just continuing. Just trotting. That's what you call Western spirit. Joe's from out west. Way out west, where the rain don't fall. Joe Kay. Now, look at this with the gig, GoPro and goal. The keeper just wrong-footed. So maybe that actually was quite a nice finish from Comfort. Nonetheless, here's a corner from Jimmy Jam. And, it's out for a throw-in. Well done to Jim. You can't hear it on the audio because I cut it out, but I audibly say out loud, what the fuck, Jim? What? I'm not criticizing him for making a mistake. I'm just wondering what was going through his head. There was no curl on it. He just put his foot straight through it. Now I'm going to swing a ball into the back post. Keeper's going to get hands to it. It's going to fall to Vuj. He's very deserving of a goal today. He's man of the match so far. It's going to fall to Jim. He's not great. He looks for Comfort on the bicycle. Oh, Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney. Wow. Look at this. Comfort's not afraid to try. He's not afraid to dream either. And that's what I appreciate about him. But without further ado, we're going to add a bit of Wayne Rooney commentary in here.
Nutty.
Unlucky to you, Comfort. You'll get him next time. You can only attempt a certain amount of bicycles until one of them hits, I'm pretty sure he's up to 10 or 15. Now, Tom Leaney is going to make his way to the byline, and I haven't scored this season. I actually haven't scored. And I'm very frustrated there not to receive the ball, but listen to the Penrith defenders and what they have to say about me trying to score a goal. Those boys don't want to see SC Helos thrive. And at SC Helos, we're competitors. So it's no surprise Ned Pearson-Burke of Ben Corner going to do a Lee Bowyer and Kieran Dyer impression to maintain possession of the ball. They made up for it a lot quicker than Lee Bowyer and Kieran Dyer. Now, James S. Hughes is screaming at me to go mark the man on the edge of the box, and I'm too big and slow to get to him. So you know what happens? It's 2-1. It's simply 2-1. My bad. But I want to tell you something my father told me once. My father's one of the wisest men I ever did know. He said 2-0 is the most dangerous lead to have in football. And anyone can tell you that. But I don't practice what I preach sometimes. So that's my bad. Now, I'm going to try a bicycle assist. I've never done one of these. But can you believe my foot gets that high up against my head? It gets well above my head. I want you to watch it again. Not the bottom of my foot, the top. But look, I think I'm pretty flexible for a big fella at 115 kilos, 6'4", Sunday League player. Let me know what you think of that comment. Now, Penrith, they're trying to play through. Ned's going to, have a bit of a slip. Welcome to the fortress. But James S. Hughes is going to get absolutely bodied. And I'm filthy. You know why? Because it's not fully caught on camera. One camera's down the other end and the other one gets blocked out by the concrete walkway. But I'm telling you, this is a huge hit at the time. And we just went, ooh. But one thing about James SC and he's Croatian and South African. He's got the strongest of blood I've ever known. Tom Leaney finds comfort. It's a very interesting finish, but it ends up in the back of the net. Could he have squared it to Jim to give Jim his first competitive goal? He could have, but that was too easy for Jim, and I don't think Jim would have been happy with that. If I'm to be transparent with you guys, I just don't think Jim would have been satisfied with an open net. I'm sure at the end of the season, if he doesn't have a goal to his name, he'd be filthy that he didn't get this one, but he didn't say anything, which I noticed. I did notice at the time, and you'll see here Comfort's finish on the gig, the GoPro in goal. Very unlucky to the keeper there. He made a great effort to come off his line very quickly. Now, Penrith, they're not going down without a fight. It's going to require some incredible defending from one Ben Corn who hasn't moved from centre-back today. Look at this. It's for the badge. Look at that. He's scrambling on the floor. No one's around him to rush him, bear in mind, but that doesn't matter. That's not part of what matters here. What matters is Ben was willing to die for the badge at that given moment, and that's what we look for at Blacks and Redbacks for everyone who asked to join our team. I'm trying to find Joe Kay at the back post, and the keeper, he lets that one run. It could have ended up in the back of the net. You know, it would have been a very inconspicuous goal I would have scored there. That's a big word from me. Now, Mitch Drew, he's played the second half in goals, hasn't had much to do. He has conceded one, fails to clear it there. Not much of a 40-20 kick, if I say so myself. Now, he's going to roll back almost into the goal, and I'm going to stop him. Now, is that illegal? I have to ask that question. Would that be illegal if I picked up my own goalkeeper and stopped him from going in the goal? I have to ask these questions. Now, look at this for a backline. This is the most jagged backline you've ever seen. James SC's out left back and Ned at right back. They're around 15 metres apart there. Anyone with the right ball can get in behind off that. But I want to give a big shout out to Turbo, who's playing DM today. A bit of reverse Tushimeni, if you will. Tushimeni went from DM to centre-back, but Turbs is reverse Tushimeni. I don't know how to say Tushimeni backwards. But Tom Leaney gets him behind, past the keeper. He's looking for Joe Kay on the bicycle, but Joe Kay does slip. There's been a few Steven Gerrards today, but that's besides the point. Shout out to Liverpool. Ben Corn's Nat Phillips' impression earlier was something of beauty. We head into the final stages of the game. Well, one thing about Penrith is there's spirit out there. There is spirit by Penrith, both on the football field and in life. You can say what you want, but they do not give up. And that takes us to full time, ladies and gentlemen. A 3-1 win today. Let's take you into the sheds. We continue our climb up the table. The treble is well and truly on. Thank you for watching once again. I truly appreciate it.
It all counts, mate.
Look how the fucking started, bro.
Who assisted you?
Lane's got one.
Joe, you got an assist. Yeah. That was good. Joe, welcome to your first goal contribution for the Blacks. We need to have a bit more about it. Alright, that's what someone starts to go on over that. I don't mind. When you did that fucking statement, you're like, this is so fucking bro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to win? Cheers, lads. Good win. Yeah, great win. Great win. This is a bad omen for State of Origin. This is a very bad omen. This is what it's all about. You're good at centre back. Bro, I was pissing myself when you fell, like you made the clearance and you're on the ground and you're scattering around on the ground thinking there's people rushing in. No one was there. Bro, that's no one was there. I'm sliding around the side like a pig, bro.